Welcome to the Metal Queens podcast. I'm Steve Richards. This is the podcast where we celebrate the women leading the charge in hard rock and heavy metal too. And today we're heading to Norway to talk with an artist who's bringing glitter, grit, and pure power to the scene. Norwegian rocker Lily Lowe has just dropped her electrifying new EP, Glitter and Gore, 4 tracks of melodic hard rock infused with cinematic flair and raw emotion with songs like Glitter and Gore, which will stick in your head like it has been for me. Puppet Master, Demons, and Wild. The band showcases both sonic strength and visual creativity too, complete with 3 stunning new music videos too. Lily, welcome to the Metal Queens podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me, and thank you for all the beautiful words. I appreciate that.
Well, thanks for being here. So let's start with this new EP, Glitter and Gore. It is such a striking title. What does that title represent for you for this new era of the band, too?
Well, when I wrote the song, I wanted to have something that was like just like fun, you know? And then I was like, okay, the glitter, which is like the beauty, and the gore, I thought that was like just something fun, like the fun contrast, you
Mhm.
know? So it was just all about doing something that was like cool and edgy and full of energy. Yeah.
Each of the 4 tracks, Glitter and Gore, Puppet Master, Demons and Wild, feels very cinematic and emotionally charged too. How did you approach writing and sequencing them to tell a larger story?
Well, ooh, that's a hard question. It's all based on like different emotions, you know. Puppet Master was originally a totally different kind of lyrics, you know. I just had the melody. So that was the first song I did with the producer. And so I just started with the melody, and then it didn't, like, the melody was good, but the lyrics didn't fit in with all of the other songs because it was very silly. It was originally called Monster Truck. And it was like, it was just like, it didn't work. And so we were like, okay, demons, it's all more like dark. So we were like, okay, Puppet Master, everyone has experienced someone that's been like a bit controlling in their life, you know? So we wanted to do a visual of that. So then Puppet Master just kind of, oh my God, this was very hard to answer. I get lost in my own words. Um, but yeah, it had to like fit in with the rest of the songs, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
I feel like Puppet Master and Demons are more on the dark side, while um, Glitter and Gore and Wild are more light and fun, but they're all about staying true to yourself and fighting your inner demons and being who you are, you know?
Yeah, Lily, what's the songwriting process like in the band? Is it a collaboration or are you the primary songwriter?
Um, the first album was just me and my producer Trond Holter, and then my cousin also wrote some of the songs with me. And for the second one, it starts with me and a producer, and then usually another songwriter. I love to like work with a lot of different people.
Mm.
And then we do the bass, and then I take it over to the band. So they have like this kind of how should I say it? I present to them like this is the main melody and this is the lyrics and this is the base of the song, and then they take it further and make it into what it becomes, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And
So
you
they
mentioned your
have like something to work
y-
with.
yeah, you mentioned your producer Tron Holter. You've continued
Yeah.
collaborating with Tron, who was instrumental in shaping the debut album. What has his mentorship meant to you as both a songwriter and performer?
Oh my God, so much. Like, so he produced the first album, not the second one, but he's playing guitars on multiple of the songs on the second album that's coming out. But like I when I grew up, Wigwam was like one of the biggest bands in Norway, you
Mm.
know. They won the Norwegian Eurovision and then they went on to Eurovision. And for me, it was like their music was very therapeutic for me, you know,
Yeah.
it was like something I could like um just like live in, if that makes sense. And that was like a safe place for me. And then I contacted Trond like 6 or 7 years ago, I think, and we just hit it off. It
Mm.
was just like we had good chemistry, and then we planned on doing one song originally, and that was Bad Baby. And we were like, shit, this is good. And we work well together. And then we were like, oh my God, let's just make the whole album. And but that was the first time for me like working with my own songs. So I came with him with like ideas, and I was very nervous and young, and I didn't know what to do. And he's been doing this for a long time, and he's very good at it. So he was like always giving me tips, and he was like, we have to shorten the lyrics, shorter, more catchy. So I learned so much from him. So moving on to like working with new producers, he had given me like the confidence to believe in myself, and also for me to focus on, what's important is being catchy, also. So yeah, the commercial verse and the heavy mixed together. But he's a good friend as well.
Mm. Let's talk about the videos. They're visually stunning, very cool
Thank you.
videos. How involved were you in developing the visual concepts for the videos?
Oh, I'm the producer and I'm the director as well. And I also am the editor of the two last ones. So Puppet Master and Glitter and Gore. So for me, it's like I love all the creativity of like making music videos. I come from like my background is makeup artist and costume designer in the film industry. So I've been around film for like 10 over, yeah, over 10 years now. So for me, it's been very important to be able to have creative freedom and to do everything myself because I love to like have my own brand, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of just do everything myself. So yeah, but it's yeah, I love it though. I love it.
You've had a few lineup changes since your debut. How is the chemistry of the current lineup with Patrick? I'm going to try and get all the names right here. Adrian, Stian, and Elive.
Yeah.
Okay. How has that influenced how's the chemistry and the direction of Glitter and Gore?
Ooh, I love them all very much. I just
Mm.
have to say that. And they're very talented and they have all like their different strength, you know. Stian has been with me for a long time, but when Lily Love originally started, we it was like me and Trond and another drummer, and then we switched out to drummer, and then it was me, Stian, and William on bass, and then we had a guy called Ken Roger on drums who sadly passed away last year. Um, so I met Eiliv because of Ken Roger's passing. And so I met both him and Adrian in a very like vulnerable stage in my
Yeah.
life. And it kind of felt, I don't know, maybe because I was grieving at the time and I kind of felt like we were meant to meet, if that makes sense. And I also know that Ken really loved I Live as a drummer, and he thought Adrian was so talented. So when they came into the band, it was just like I felt like it was a little like nod from him as well that this is how it's supposed to be. And Patrick and I, we met actually at a job where I did like makeup, and he was the stand-in for the Bad Baby music video because Trond was doing another shoot, and then he just ended up being the bass player. So yeah, back to your question. It's I feel like everyone is like have their strength in different areas. Not only the instruments, but it feels very, for me, it feels like this is how it's supposed to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Lily, Norway has such a rich rock and metal heritage. How do you see Lily Lowe's sound fitting into or breaking away from that tradition there in Norway?
Ooh, that's a hard question. I feel like the thing that maybe makes Lily Love different is that I feel like we're more like we're heavy, but we kind of write music like pop writes their music, but just makes it heavy. Because it's very, for me, I've been very influenced by Wigwam, of course, because of Trond. So I'm more into the melodic hard rock versus maybe the other stuff Norway is known for, if that makes sense. So I
Yeah.
feel like we're kind of different in some way. Yeah.
Who are some of your other, you mentioned Wigwam, who are some of your other influences?
Ooh, I have. It's funny because I feel like everyone that influences me are very different. Like one of my favorite artists of all time has always been Marilyn Manson,
Mm,
but it's also been Lady Gaga. And I loved like Rammstein, but also Miley Cyrus.
mm.
And then like my all-time favorite band back in the day was My Chemical Romance.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it was like, oh my God, I love them so much. I remember seeing the Black Parade video and I was
Hmm.
like, oh my God, who is this? This is my life now. And but yeah, and I also really look up to Falling in Reverse, even if it's like so far away from what I'm doing, I still get inspired by them, if that makes sense. So it's kind of a hard question because I feel like I mix a lot of different things from bands and artists and just like makes it into me,
Yeah.
you know?
Wide variety.
Instead of
Is there a particular song on this EP that feels most personal or revealing for you?
um maybe Puppet Master, I think. Yeah, because it's like this is it was the first song I wrote on this album. Like the melody just came to me and then I don't know, yeah, I think Puppet Master. But on the album that comes out later, it's some darker songs there. That's maybe more yeah. Yes.
Growing up in your household, how important was music? Was music big in your house? Your parents into music?
Yeah, but they're like none of them are musicians. But I grew up around like them playing music, but it
Mm.
was a lot of different kind of music. Like my mom loved like rock and roll.
Mm.
So she played a lot of like Guns N' Roses while I was
Mm.
growing up. Like Welcome to the Jungle was like the jam in the house. And but she also played like Sex Pistols and and then classical music and then country music. So it was like it was a lot of different stuff, but I can yeah, I was influenced by by my mom's taste in yeah, with like Guns N' Roses and David Bowie. Yeah. So
Nice.
it's been a lot of music, but none of them are like writing music, but both of them could like play a little piano and yeah.
The EP is out now, of course. You've already hinted at a possible full length coming in 2026. What else can we expect in 2026? Some touring, perhaps?
Yes.
And
So
by the way, here is Lily. Let me just get out of the way. There's Lily performing live.
yeah. Yeah, so 2025 has all been like about getting new music out there and promoting and building up Lily Love, you know? So the first gig in 2026, it's gonna be our release concert together with Rosario that also have their release concert. And that's gonna be February 20th at John D in Oslo. And then we have some festivals coming up, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. But I feel like that's the most like boring thing to say. Like I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't. But there will be some concerts, yes.
All right. So follow them on social for upcoming tour dates in 2026 and this possible full-length album as well. Who would be a dream collaboration for you? One artist you'd love
Oh
to
my God.
collaborate with? One or two?
Marilyn Manson.
Man, okay.
Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And oh, maybe Falling in Reverse.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Johnny Radke.
Yeah. So that's kind of funny since they just did a collaboration. But yeah, I think those two
Yeah.
would be yeah, or like My Chemical Romance, but yeah, that would
What
be
is
my like dreams.
what's your favorite place in Norway to get inspired or write music? You have a spot?
In Norway.
You have a secret spot?
No, it's like my apartment. I love to like sit in the dark, light some candles, and then just like get into my emotions, you know? I feel like yeah, it's not necessarily like a place that makes me inspired. I feel very inspired when I'm in New York, but that's not Norway, you know? But that's like the one place that makes me feel really inspired and kind of feel like my soul belongs there, you know? But like other than that, it like the place doesn't really affect me. It's more like the emotions, and then I can like take that, yeah, from within, you know?
If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
Probably still costume design and makeup, I think. But right now I'm taking a bachelor in screenwriting, actually. So hopefully that could be something I can do at the same time. But music is like, that's all I ever dreamed of, you know? It's, I feel like that's my purpose.
Hmm. She's Lily Lowe, the fierce force behind Glitter and Gore. It's an EP that proves hard rock can be both cinematic and also deeply human, too. Make sure you stream Glitter and Gore on all major platforms and check out the band's incredible videos on YouTube, too. And follow Lily Lowe on social media to stay up to date on what is to come in the new year of 2026. Lily, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
And this is the Metal Queens podcast. Thank you for watching. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And I will talk to you again next time. I'm Steve Richards.